All right, so down here at the bottom right, we have our stylish pink Protoss player, Nova.
Yay. And up here in the long clan name, which I still have forgotten to check
Oh yeah,
what that is, remind me between games to look at that, is our SLR SQD's Aldi.
yay!
Yeah, good stuff. Just got that first SCV, or not first SCV, but the ninth one, rallied right to the edge of the ramp, and the pylon going down around the Nexus here. So obviously normal, no proxy shenanigans or anything right away.
Yep. Aldi must be pretty confident going into this. Uh, his build, it's shown that it works against Protoss.
Yep.
Um, he seems pretty solid at executing it, and he is in gold, so he's a cheater.
Definitely true. And speaking of potentially and mildly cheating, since Nova didn't have to play his opponent for both matches, I wonder if he got to see on stream any of the games that LD just played
Ah,
against
that's
another Protoss opponent, because where he did the exact same build 3 times in a row, if he either watched that or someone told him that, then it could make a difference. Or even if he just looked up the match history and said, well, you're opening the exact same way,
yeah,
would give him an advantage.
yeah. He would lose to any proxy 2 gate
Yeah,
because he
definitely.
doesn't SAV scout very early on,
Yeah.
and he could even lose to a 4 gate because he makes a very late bunker.
Yeah, very late bunker, only Marines out, no Reapers to like counterattack or
Yeah,
cause any threat.
even like a 3 stalker rush could kind of just kill him,
Yeah.
I think, because he
Yeah, I
has like
think
what
so.
5 Marines at that time, right? So,
Yeah.
and this is a good blink map too. Look how much surface area there is for your
Yeah, you
stalkers
can
to
get a
blink out.
lot done down here by the third base. There's a lot of room to blink up. There's even a lot of room to hide pylons in those corners there that your
Yeah,
opponent may not check. The probe will get out of there by the skin of his teeth and run away back maybe to his own side of the mount.
it's fine. SCV is poised to take the natural for our return player. There's a Marine actually running out across the map, maybe trying to pick off that probe or something. I don't know. Oh, nope, never mind. He decides to turn back. Uh,
Not sure what he was doing.
so yes, pretty normal so far. Terran player is going to keep pumping out Marines, get out his 2 barracks and then 2 gas later on. Our Protoss player playing pretty standard too, opting to keep the Zealot and going for a second gateway. But he did start his warp gate research, which is good.
Yeah.
And Mothership core should be coming out pretty soon.
Yep, going up to 3 gateways there.
This is actually interesting because we were talking about him taking advantage of the mistakes from LD not going for any early defenses. This could be like a 3 gate pressure into expand, which could be really good for a Protoss player.
Yeah, if it is, it would be quite good, particularly with the mothership core coming along to drop on time warps or drop on anything like that. They got JVK and a few friends home, but maybe they'll watch the end of the tournament. Hi.
Hi, Dave. Meet Dave.
Hi, how are you?
This is Carl.
Yep, so SCV the add-ons very soon.
And
Uh,
we've actually got, yeah, the twilight is coming down, and it looks like just
oh
stalkers so far coming out, other than that initial. And we got the probe over on the other side. I think this might be a
yeah,
blink
this
plant.
is this is a really good map for Blink, as we said. Still no add-ons for these barracks, so the Marauders are going to be late. And as we saw in the previous game, LD didn't make very many Marauders, and just a handful of Marines right now, 7. If like 5 Stalkers were to run across the map and just be microed properly, even without the blink, he could take that down. And as we
Yeah,
mentioned before, no bunker.
yeah, no bunker in place, no. The expansion will go down, which you often do see this part, that you still get it
Yeah,
so that you have something, because you may not win outright, but you've done enough damage so that if you have something to fall back on. But I don't expect him to see it like him overly probe that up. He is warping in some stalkers. The mothership core is moving across, but the other 2 stalkers really should be making their way over there as well.
the Mothership core actually wrapped around. He ducked
Yeah,
the
the sensor
Zelnaga
tower.
tower. Yeah,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
LD was
definitely
pretty
good.
good at. holding towers and whatnot. He has the one on his side at least.
Yes. Yeah, it did just take that. This time around, one key difference when the tech lab finished, the stim pack did not start.
Ooh, yeah,
So he's not
that's
going to
huge.
have that at any point. I think he was maybe trying to get faster to the starport, but that's not going to make really as much of a difference here. The
Right.
stalkers are coming in. I hope that Nova will remember to make another pylon here, or else he's going to have blink finish and not be able to warp in. Although his Nexus actually is going to luckily be done
Yep,
right there
very
now,
lucky.
and yeah, he's making another pylon as well. This Marine is going to spot what's going on. At least sees the pylon there, and we'll now see these stalkers move in, but he may not have enough time to react to this.
No, it looks like he's reacting properly. He's sending in his army.
Yeah.
These stalkers are gonna get in, focus fire a couple of Marines, but I think that's just enough Marauders there, and a little bit
Yeah,
of
the
a misstep here
mothership
by
core
Nova.
didn't come with him either.
Yeah, and there's a stalker running through the ramp, trying to get to
Yeah.
the army. Yeah,
That's,
so that Marine was really the hero, scouting out the pylon and what our Protoss player was up to.
he actually did a
Because
recall on his mothership core as well, but left all the forces back
oh,
there. So that's interesting to do. Yeah, unfortunately, if the mothership core had been up there, I think he could have time warped and everything.
yeah, that should have done a lot more damage for what he committed. Um, Aldi ahead by 10 supply, already salvaging his bunkers. He knows the aggression's gone. So, going up into the armory, getting out his upgrades, and even getting his third command center. I think he's in a great spot right now.
Yeah, I think definitely that worked out for him. There, he just kind of caught it, and because the Nexus was so late, he can recover from it, but it's harder. He's definitely behind, given
Yeah.
that he did almost no damage.
Yep, so LD just going to take out this proxy pylon, almost supply blocking our Protoss player here. Nova definitely not going to be in a position to be taking a third anytime soon. Getting the double forges, as well. He has his robotics facility up, and I don't know what he can't. What can he do here, in this position, really?
Yeah, it's hard to know where to go from here. He's trying to go with the Robotech route. He's actually throwing down two forges to try and catch up in the upgrades, but also going for the robotic space. So he's really just going for everything and hoping to catch up that way. If the Terran didn't attack, then that might work out for him, but a Terran force is coming across now. And
Yeah.
one key difference between him and what last round's opponent has is the Zealot charge. There is no Zealot charge.
Right.
The blink is done, but of course the charge is not, and that's going to make a big difference on the Bioforce.
Yeah, and Blink
Which
isn't
is
going to do
closing in.
much against concussive shell marauders.
Yeah. He should be putting down the photon overcharge as well, but his mothership core is a little far away.
I think he was afraid of drops,
Good.
maybe.
Good force fields here initially, but I would like to see the photon overcharge as they beat through the zealots. This
Yeah, I
is
don't think
definitely
it's
going to
enough.
pick them apart.
Photon
Fighting
overcharge
back, there
does go
comes the
down.
overcharge, but too late.
Yeah, he's lost the bulk of his tanky, beefy army, which were the zealots. He's got blink stalkers now. He can definitely hold it off, but what's the Terran gonna do? He's just gonna lift
come
off
right
into the main.
main.
Yeah, there is still another photon overcharge. Blinking his stalkers, targeting the medevacs, but they're just gonna get
Yeah,
cleaned
he's
up by
going
the
to do it on the
marauders.
new base.
And the mothership core actually attacking the army, which is not good. He needs to be photon overcharging the main right now, or save it for the natural again. But photon overcharge does go down. Mothership core gonna barely survive, and our Terran player just picks off and gets out of here. But he was macroing back at home. He's got a ton of money saved up. He's almost doubled the Protoss' supply. It's got a small rally over here, and I feel like once the overcharge expires on the Nexus at the natural, which it did, he can kind of just run in.
Yeah, definitely will be the case. Even with this Colossus, there's nothing to pad for it. It will just go down as it tries to engage here.
Nova going for the Dark Shine, one behind Dark Shine, but I don't think he has enough time to be doing that right now.
No, it's going to take too long for that to get out. And with 3 command centers, it's just not going to be effective anyway.
Yeah. So
he has held him off for the moment, but it is very, very temporary. He's actually not warping in fully at the time either. He really needs to just be warping in and chrono boosting out gateways to rebuild this army. And he's just not.
Yeah, LD going for the second start port because he saw the Colossus, but I mean, I think he should know that he's in such a lead that he should just keep pumping out units. It looks like he's going to be going for a multi-prong drop. Nope, just going to
I'd
fly
like to see him do a 2-prong, but he has yet to really do that.
Yeah, just going to fly
in any
in
of these games.
with the 2
Yeah.
medevacs. If our Protoss player is late to react to this, he could pick off a ton of probes and possibly
He's gonna
cancel the
lose.
upgrades as well, and the Colossi.
Yeah. Just going to lose, I think, both Colossus here.
Yeah, not enough Zealots to be padding for it.
Yeah.
Marauders are pretty tanky to begin with, and that's the GG.
Yeah, Novakal's good.